Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy D here. Back at it again. I got another deck profile for me. So I'm a little disappointed, but I'm actually kind of happy with this deck. I went to locals again. Ended up in the finals again, like last time. I ended up losing in the finals, but went X1 with the deck and was able to still win some prize and won about 8 packs. I ended up getting third with this. But this is something I just been wanting to try. This is branded Trickstar Artifact. Something I put together, just wanted to try it. Trickstars recently got their field spell back to 2. So, a lot of people, been experimenting with it. I know, what's that team, Bortle, he had he had topped the Texas regional with it. So I put my little spin to the deck, put a little branded with it, and a couple other little texts I just want you guys to, check out. So once again, like and subscribe, Also, like I said, I'm going to start posting up more content more frequently. My guy Josh got on me. I was supposed to record last night. Record some live dudes, but I ain't. I'm going to get to it, though. Start posting more content for this central Mississippi area. All right, so I'm going to kick things off. So first thing, just like last time, branded fusion. Right now, we're not in pote yet, pote format yet. So right now, this is still one of the strongest spells in the game. Love it. And then, this one is just, just to get out that Mirror Jade. Not too much to say about branded fusion. Next, Trickstar engine. So I got 2 Trickstar light stages, a couple with a set rotation and terraforming. Trickstar light stage, last time I played Trickstar, I was doing Orcus format. Trickstar Orcus, just get 2 bodies on the field to combo, but this card has a lot of utility, especially, if you're going second, you're playing in the back row, it pins the back row, and then it's not once per turn. So this is a very good card in set rotation and terraform just to make it a little bit more consistent. I drew this all day yesterday. I drew it all day. And of course, Trickstar CANDINA. She gets you to your Trickstar light stage, gets you to any other monsters, gets you to the trap. So CANDINA has a lot of options, so I think that's what's so cool about her. Now Trickstars as an engine, be honest, it's not a super powerful engine, and it's a weird game you play with the Trickstars. You kind of play a stall game, control type of game until you get to that point where you can kill your opponent. They just burn your opponent up, so she burns every time they activate a spell. And coupled with the field spell, whenever they do attack damage or effect damage, it adds an extra 200. Very simple. Continuing with my starters, Pot of Extravagance. Now, y'all saw this in my last deck profile. This and brand, I really think it go hand in hand together. And then with this being Trickstar, I don't really have to go into the extra deck too much. The extra deck is really just the extra deck is just for utility. So, being able to banish 6, draw 2, is very powerful. Now, with that, so these cards, that's like my 13 kind of primary starters that I really want to see. Now these are also starters, but they're more of reactive starters. But if you get your combo, if you get your play disrupted, even with the 1 or 2 hand traps, and you got these to fall back on as well as other cards I got, you're still able to play the game and probably still win. So I got 3 Trap Trick into 2 Artifact Sanctum. So I got some other traps to go with the Trap Trick, but this is I see this as an engine in itself because it gets me to my artifacts, gets me to shut my opponent off from their play even if it's for 1 turn. Also the Trap Trick, able to use other regular traps. I can just banish them from the deck and then set them, then activate it the same turn. Trap Trick is a really great card, especially in this deck. Artifact Sanctum. A lot of people run artifacts in their combo decks. Just they run Scythe, so this just streams out Scythe. So 5 of them in the deck. I got a 43 card deck. I still got basically like a 50% chance of having that resolved through the other stuff. And also I won Metaverse and Demise. So like I said, I call these they're like reactive starters. Give you nice, they get into the Mystic Mind play, and that is a play with this deck. So this deck actually operates under Mystic Mind a little bit better than other decks in my opinion, simply because if you set up and you have Trickstars on field, and you set up you end up activating Mystic Mind. The Trickstars effects are continuous; they're not activated. So every turn they're drawing, they're getting burnt. When you activate Reincarnation, they're getting burnt, and also making their deck smaller. So I run this deck at 43, because I want it to be very consistent. Yet still able to play Mystic Mind, able to mind the opponent. How deck out a possibility. So You know, Metaverse and the Master of the Land, very, you know, good. So that's basically my, like I said, those are what I consider my starters. Next, you know, just the rest of the Trickstar package. So, you know, you got 2 Lycaris, 1 Lilybell, and 1 Trickstar Corbane. So, you know, like I said, Trickstar, it's a very, how can I put it? Trickstar, you play a very technical game with them. If you open up, you know, your CANDINA, you open up a lot of other disruptions, but you don't open up the draw to pair with your Trickstar Reincarnation. You know, sometimes you just search for her, search for the field spell, use the field spell to get to her and swap out. So you got your CANDINA steady, you know, roll. This, you know, gets to attack your opponent directly when it's added, and then you get to add a Trickstar from your grave. And then she right here, you know, she's just a booster. She can special summon. So, you know, that's just the Trickstar, rest of the monsters in the Trickstar package. And then the last card, you know, the best card in the Trickstar package, Trickstar Reincarnation. Now, something that I've never done Droll Reincarnation until yesterday. You know, that's a combo that's been going around since the Trickstar has been out since about 2017. But I Droll Reincarnated a lot of people, a lot of games yesterday, and it feels kind of sacky, just to be real. It feels very sacky, but, you know, shit, hey, if it win, it win. Banishing your opponent's entire hand, and they can't, you know, it usually causes them to scoop. A lot of players not going to keep playing. But also, one of the best parts of this card is not once per turn. Neither one is effect. So, you know, you could banish and reborn a Trickstar from the grave. So, in the grind game, you know, what you really want to do, you just want to grind your opponent out, you know, get to a good little mid game or late game. And then if you got 2 of these built up in your graveyard, you know, you can start doing a lot of link plays and link climbing, you know, to help you go for game. So that's Trickstar Reincarnation. Also, I got Mystic Mind. So like I said, it's like both of those, that Reincarnation like Engine Disruption. So like I said earlier, Mystic Mind plays very well with this deck. And then the fact, you know, I have field spells, so I can always cut it off if I need to, or I can just sit up under it. Also, you know, I can I give this to my opponent on set rotation, and that, you know, when theoretically, you know, it sounds, you know, kind of, you know, like a bad idea. Why would you give your opponent Mystic Mind? But like I said, I was telling one of the people I play with a lot that, hey, if I give them Mystic Mind and they're foolish enough to activate it, unless they have a way to out it, or they're, you know, they can use it properly, you know, they're still going to be putting themselves on that clock. Like I said, I play Trickstars. I can thin out your deck pretty quickly with the Trickstar Reincarnations. I can burn you. So you're on 2 clocks. You're about to deck out, and you're about to get burnt to death. So, you know, Mystic Mind, you know, like I said, with Trickstars, this plays very well with the Trickstar deck, good synergy. Just my engine requirements, you know, the bricks, 2 Albaz. You know, my other deck profile with the Eldritch, I talked about having the points of 2 Albaz. So I run 2 in this just because it's such stupid follow-up. You know, if you make Mirror Jade going first, and yeah, you make Mirror Jade going first, and then during your opponent's turn, you send Albion. Albion grabs another brand. If you're just having him in the deck, it gives you such a good follow-up to go ahead and go for game. And then just 1 site for the artifact engine. Very simple. All right, going to my technical cards. So, of course, hand traps. I got 3 Droll. So of course, Droll Reincarnation, that's the, you know, that's the combo you really want to have in the deck. Now, truth is, to open up this, and I basically have about 13 ways, I believe, to get into Reincarnation, because I run the 2 field spell, 2 field spell, set rotation, terraform. So that's 4, 3 CANDINA, that's 7. Then I run the 3 Reincarnation himself. That's 10. Then I run 3 Trap Trick. So that's the other part about Trap Trick, gets you into Reincarnation. So if I see this in either of them 13, even though it's like, I think it's like 23, 24% chance of resolving, you know, that's still, you know, 1 out of every 4 games. And, you know, when it resolves, you basically, you know, you win. Just because, you know, you banish your opponent's whole hand. So very good card with this deck. You know, that's signature card with this deck. Also just, you know, 3 Ash and 3 Empire. So, you know, these are just, you know, your basic, you know, just regular hand traps everybody run. They're low impact, but they're very skillful still. You know, you time these right, you know, you basically can mitigate the game, so you can set up for your turn if you are going second. So that's just 9 hand traps. And then last 3 cards, like I said, it's 43 card deck. These are the last 3 cards I had. It was 3 GOZEN. So we know that the Trickstars are all light. Trickstar's all light, and then even though Mirror Jade is a dark, you know, if I flip Gozen, I could just I probably get rid of the Trickstars and just sit on the Mirror Jade and keep playing from there. And also, you know, going second. If I'm going second, I can set the goals and then going into their board, you know, properly wait, you know, flip the goals and you know, basically help play into their boards. So, you know, Gozen actually won me a game against Sorso on yesterday. You know, I was able to see it both games. That's on my main deck. Once again, 43. Extra deck. So extra, you know, the brand, you know, basic, you know, branded engine. So I run 3 Mirror Jade. 3 Mirror Jade, of course, 3 Albion. Run them with 1 Lubellion and 1 Dragostapalia. So it's basically all branding. Now, the reason why I want 3 others is simply because, you know, I run Pot of Extravagance and I want to be able to summon him and use one of them. So hopefully, you know, if Extravagance, I don't banish 2. You know, it's very unlikely that I banish 2. It'll happen. I done banished all 3 before, but, you know, that's, you know, once every, you know, 10 or 15, 20 games, you know, that might happen. But, you know, this is really the power part of the deck, this whole engine. And like I said, because, you know, if I see Branded Fusion, I'm allowed to resolve it, allowed to resolve Mirror Jade to get Albion in the grave. You know, that gives me follow. That gives the deck a lot of power just to help y'all finish the game out. My link 2s. I run on 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 Trickstar Holly Angel. Didn't get a chance to use none of these except for Cerberus. And, you know, they just, you know, once you get Cypher on the field, you get your Trickstars going, you know, you see these more so mid-game just to help you bait out stuff, just to break the board. Also, sometimes you'll search a Trickstar Reincarnation off CANDINA and link the CANDINA away. Get rid of the Trickstar Reincarnation. You might have another one or another 2 in the grave, and you use those to, you know, keep link climbing. Then Holy Angel, just, you know, just want to have her in the deck just to have her. Then, what's that I play? Nightmare Unicorn, that's my link 3. And I got 3 link 4s. Never got a chance to make any of these. Now, what I would do, if I had access to an access code, sorry for the pun. If I had access to access code, he'd definitely be up in here. But these guys are just there, you know, like I said, if you get into the mid game, the grind game, they just give you another way to win the game or steal the game. And this guy, you know, should you make them, if they don't have no outs to him, you know, he basically, you know, can help you win the game just off sitting on him. And that's pretty much it. That's the extra deck. Now, side deck. Now, something funny about locals yesterday. I only played a 14-card side deck. I was going back and forth with cards, and then when I counted my side deck, right for my first mount, okay, I only got 14. But, you know, it's legal to play with 14, so I just played with 14. I ain't feel like really trying to sit and think, okay, what could be a 3rd card I could add in. So, first thing, so it's another engine in this deck that I put in the side. So, when I'm going, I run the artifacts and the trap trick engine main deck. So, you know, give me a lot more power when I'm going first. Now, when I win a game 2 or game 3, when I'm going second, swap those 6 cards out because it's 3 trap trick, 2 sanctum, and 1 cypher. I swap those 6 cards out for this kaiju slumber and 3 kaijus. So, you know, I play the win just in case, you know, if you play against flu, you can still resolve your slumber under the barrier statue. But this actually put in a lot of work. And then, you know, you activate interrupt the kaiju slumber on your next turn, you could banish it and search for the 3rd kaiju. So you got, so, you know, it really plays, the engine part gives you a lot, gives you follow-up to be able to, you know, if they try to set up another monster to still, you know, get over their board. So this engine actually did a lot of work for me yesterday. And I don't think a lot of people were expecting me to play this. Also 3 Nibiru. So also when I'm going second, I side out 3 more cards just to play 3 Nibiru, you know, for combo decks. So give me 12 hand traps, give me a high chance of seeing 2. So they, you know, don't completely set up. And those decks where, you know, they try to rely on Cypher or they try to make these big boards, you want to see those 2 hand traps in Nibiru. Really one of the best hand traps ever printed. Next, so these are like trap trick targets for going first. So I play 2 different dimension ground. You know, just something different, something to catch the opponent off guard. You know, different dimension ground. A lot of times you flip it, and it's nothing but a dimension shifter in trap form. So, you know, you flip it, and a lot of times your opponent has to pass their turn. Because they, you know, graveyard, too many decks in the game really depending on the graveyard. And if they play into it, they're just losing resources, and they can't grind or do anything else. And then just 3 D barrier. you know, for those Sword Soul, those fusion matchups, just, you know, and then, like I said, the searchable off trap trick. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, you know, I ended up getting third. I lost in the finals. And it was like a little triangle. You know, I lost in the finals, but I had beat the person that beat the guy who had won it, and he had beat the guy who had won it. So it was a little triangle. And, you know, when the numbers worked out, I ended up being third. But the deck was very, very fun. Like, I just put it together, just wanted to try out Trickstar and just see how it worked. But that's pretty much it, you guys. You know, if you like the video, share, like, and subscribe. I'm D the Duelist. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day. Deuces.